What is going on, guys? In this video today, I'm going to be breaking down the top TikTok shop, or one of the top shops, Nello, and really breaking down the strategy. Nello launched about a year ago around this time. They have been absolutely killing it. And if you're a brand that's interested in leveraging TikTok shop, or you're a new business and you're looking to see if TikTok shop is valuable for you, I'm going to go ahead and break down exactly why you need to copy the exact playbook that Nello used to launch their brand, especially if you're in the health and wellness category. My name's Kendall Shaw, and I have been obsessed of TikTok Shop. I have my own brand on there, as well as I help creators as well as brands, just like yourself, if you're watching this video, absolutely dominate. So with that, let's go ahead and dive in. So first things first, as you can see here, Nello has done over $4 million in revenue over the last 30 days. So almost 100K a day in revenue, which is actually absolutely insane for a brand. And this is just on TikTok Shop. This is not including Amazon or their actual website, which is absolutely crazy. But the crazier part too is, as you can see here, this is from Calidata. This brand first launched about a year ago, around this time, right? So going from zero to over $4 million a month in revenue is absolutely insane for a brand new business. And I think the best part to check out is, as you can see here, over basically all that revenue is being driven by affiliates, right? If you guys don't know and you're sleeping under a rock, affiliates are the name of the game for TikTok Shop. So that's great and all, but why would an affiliate be incentivized to work with Nello? And this is really the coolest part here. So this is what we call a TikTok Shop challenge, right? So as you can see here, there's basically one, two, three, basically I would say about 8 different categories of GMV you can hit. So GMV, if you don't know what that means, that is sales on TikTok Shop. And there's 8 different categories that you can hit if you are an affiliate. This is just an example challenge that they did, the brand Nello. And I think that's really exciting too, is they have different rewards for creators if you hit a certain amount of sales revenue. So outside of just getting commission, right, they are incentivizing creators, to go ahead and make revenue and generate revenue for their business. And that's why, as you see here, that's why they're able to do over $4 million in revenue over the last 30 days. So that's great, but this is even more impressive than a brand, I would say, like Goalie, as this Nello brand is a brand new business, right? So you're probably wondering, cool, Kendall, that's great. How do I go ahead and leverage this for my brand? So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and look at Nello that's very interesting is step number 1 is they obviously got their TikTok shop set up, but they focus on one core hero SKU until they're at 100K a month. So if we go to Nello here, when they first launched their brand, as you can see, they launched with 2 different SKUs. Obviously, this super green SKU is not taking off nowhere as much as the calming drink that they had. And this calming drink, as you can see, they've done over 250,000 units sold. And the top products on TikTok Shop, the hero SKUs are not over $50 in average units price, right? So first things first, if you're a brand looking to plan, okay, what is my hero SKU? You need to focus on one SKU when you're launching your TikTok Shop initially, as where focus goes, energy flows, right? So this one SKU is going to make up the bulk of your business. As you can see, this one SKU is basically making up 95% of Nello's sales, did over $10 million in the last several months. And they focused on this one initial SKU until it was at 100K a month. They didn't really focus on adding other SKUs, adding bundles. That was the main focus. And what they went ahead and did was optimizing the product listing, right? So once that SKU is over 100K a month, what you're going to see the top shops do once their affiliate flywheel is really moving, which means they're having content creators make content of their posts and it's being profitable, you're going to go ahead and see them start coming out with bundles, right? As you can see here, they started coming out with different bundles. Really, I would say almost several months later, 7 months to be exact, of when they launched different bundles. As you can see, the average unit price here is $60 versus $36 here. And this is a really a great way when you're having traction for a brand to increase your average order value, right? That's very important because, if you're an affiliate, all right, great, I may be already getting tons of commission on Nello, but I'm going to be able to raise my average order value just because I'm able to push the Nello bundle now instead of just the regular Nello, right? So once your TikTok shop is already making some great revenue, I'd say at least 100K a month with your main SKU, you can go ahead and start offering bundles after your flywheel is starting, right? So that's really cool. But what made Nello successful? And I love to look at brands and what makes them successful. And the first thing is the product had viral potential, right? So what really goes into a viral product is eye-catching packaging, right? If you look at Nello, their packaging is not, it's not just a basic packaging, right? the product has great packaging, great branding, right? And as you can see here, they have great product images and map mock-ups, right? So this is really important because eye-catching packaging is super key on TikTok Shop, right? You only have one first impression to make for your business on an e-commerce business. So having good packaging, good branding, but also if you're in the wellness industry, having ingredients that solve for X problem. So Nello is really hitting on cortisol, which basically is a stress ingredient, a stress hormone, excuse me. And they had certain ingredients such as ashwagandha, L-theanine, certain ingredients in their product to lower cortisol, right? And cortisol can cause all these different types of things in your body, from cortisol phase to not being able to sleep at night, all these different things. And what Nello hit on was like, hey, our product is going to help you calm yourself, which lowers your cortisol level, which then can do all these different things for your body, right? So if you're in the wellness industry, your ingredients solve X for the consumer, making it very simple. People don't care about the ingredients in your product. They care about, okay, if I have a certain ingredient or chemical in my body, how does this product help me do this, right? So that's a great way to really make sure your product has viral potential. So just to recap, having great packaging, right? Having ingredients that solve for a certain problem and optimizing your product listing is super duper important, right? Outside of that, great, now they have a great product. How do they go and start scaling? From there, they really started to have contests and bonuses for creators that were actually achievable, right? So the best thing about this is, okay, if you hit 3,000 in GMV, you can either get $1,000, right, on top of commission, or an iPhone 15. That's just a great example. But the best thing about this is incentives that are actually achievable for creators, right? And if you have incentives that are actually achievable for creators, that makes it a lot easier for you to grow and scale your business. So one of the best things that Nello did too, that a lot of brands should do, is the brand would boost top performing videos. So that means running TikTok ads on top performing videos for creators. So it helps the creators hit their goals quicker, right? So if your video starts to generate sales organically as a creator, then the brand's gonna go ahead and start running ads behind it so you can hit your goals quicker, and also they make more money. Now, one of the biggest things you're gonna say is, Kendall, this is really great, right? But how do we get creators, right? As if you don't know, TikTok Shop is a pure creator and content game. The first thing is partnering with agencies, right? Nello came out the gate and they partnered with tons of agencies like ours, as well as other agencies that have access to creators that they're actively managing and incubating. And they partnered with agencies and top creator incubators to add these creators to their Discord to get them on retainer, right? So what a retainer is you're gonna pay a creator a set amount, whether it's $300, $500, $1,000, $10,000, whatever it is, for a set amount of posts per month, right? Because when you're a new TikTok Shop brand and you don't have that much traction, you need to pay to play. You can send out hundreds of samples a month and that will still be able to get you results, right? But you still, if you want to get results quicker, you're going to need to pay to play to get content. So after they partner with these top creators, these creators are then added to Discord and they request samples and ship out the product, right? That's super duper important, because the more creators you have on your brand that are making content that's converting, the more money you're going to make. So then from there, in their Discord, the creator managers will review the content and update accordingly as things are going on in their Discord and as creators are making products. So this is really like a high level overview of an 8-figure TikTok Shop brand, right? Brand doing over 30 to 40 million per year on TikTok Shop with a unique product. And if this sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and click the link below and we'll see how we can help your brand scale on TikTok Shop as well.